Hey, it's Steph. Thanks for watching today's video. I have an update for my Rolling Project 10 pan. This is a project I started in January and I'm working on 10 items at a time with higher usage goals, likely to finish, but I also have some hit pan goals and like 50 uses. If you're not familiar with my channel, I do mostly panning content and I'm actively working through my collection of things I already own. I am on my second Noma year in a row, so projects like this help me use up my makeup and not be tempted to buy new things. I also do get ready with me's and the occasional palette bingo. If that sounds good to you, I hope you subscribe before you leave, and of course give this video a thumbs up. There is a fly. I am channeling Rebecca from Why Beck Why. She does these cute little space buns every once in a while, and I just recently watched a video from her and she was wearing these space buns and I was like, I want to try those. So I think she can pull them off way better than I can. Let me know in the comments. I'm trying to find hairstyles, like easy hairstyles that I can wear with my longer hair so I'm not tempted to chop it off. I'm trying, and I'm also very matchy-matchy today, which is fun. Like I said, I have 10 items in this project, and I kind of have the different categories or steps of makeup application. So the first one used to be primer, but I did run out of primers. I don't have any currently. So I rolled in my current face SPF. This is the e.l.f. Invisistick, has 50 or SPF 50. And I rolled this in last month. So there's only 1 month's worth of use, but I will roll it up so I can kind of see, well, let's see where it is rolled down, because it was flush with the packaging when I rolled it in, and I was able to use this 20 times this month. So you can see here that it has gone down quite a bit. I basically just use this as a primer, and I have been enjoying it. It wears really well under foundation. So this is how much I have left. This is rolled all the way up. And 20 uses means that I have done my makeup 20 times since the last update. So basically 20 times in the month of July. I don't put this on if I don't wear makeup. So that's something that I need to work on, because this lives in my vanity. I sit down and I put this on first, and then I let it sink in while I do my underpainting, and you know, it's just part of my makeup routine. So if I'm not wearing makeup that day, I don't even really think about it. But yeah, I'm enjoying that. I'm glad I rolled it into a project because it was getting neglected before that. The next product is my current foundation, and it is the Milani Screen Queen. I have this in to finish as well, and I will show you my line markings. So this is what it looked. This is where it was at when I rolled it in, and you can see the line markings throughout the month. You can also see how I've kind of tried to scrape down the sides of it because it does settle. I did not mark it again, but hopefully you can see here, you can see the windowing here. So this is after 13 uses within here. And I did talk about how the pump stopped working in this product, so I've just been using the wand and kind of scooping it out and putting it on my face that way. But you might be able to see just how thick this stuff is, and I really like this formula, but it is really annoying to use, so I'm looking forward to it being done, and I think I can finish this by the next update. I really, really do. I'm not wearing it today. I'm wearing a different foundation because I wanted to give that a chance to settle as much as it can before this update, but I really do enjoy that one. The next product is my Too Faced Born This Way concealer. I rolled this in last month as well, and I have used it 16 times since the last update. I struggle with this. It's too warm for me and it's too dark for me, so I'm actually using it as a corrector under my eyes. I put it on before foundation, so I do it basically at the same time as I do my underpainting step. And I use such little product in this. I just do a teeny tiny dot on each side, and it blends really, like, it spreads really far, so I really don't need that much. And this is going to be super boring product to follow along with in this project, so I am going to replace it. I hope you guys are okay with that. I do have a seasonal refresh every 3 months, but that seasonal refresh isn't until the end of August. May, June, July, August, September. At the end of September. So I don't want to wait that long. I will still use this every day just as a under eye corrector. I miss my Catrice under eye corrector. I have it, but I'm prioritizing this because it's older in my collection. But I wanted to replace that with this concealer, and this is going to be way more fun to track. This was recently decluttered to me in May because my friend got married in May. I went and I did her maid of honors makeup and just hung out with them. She's my good friend from high school, so it was fun to hang out with her before her wedding. But she gave me like quite a few makeup items that she had bought either to try for her wedding or otherwise, and they just didn't work out for her. So this is the Maybelline Eraser Multi-Use Concealer in the shade 110. And normally this would be a little dark for me, but I am actually making it work now in the summer. I have it on today as my concealer and I really do like it. So I just want to get used out of this before I go back to my super pale self. Yes, I do get lighter than this. This is me with some color, so this is where I'm at. I will mark it. I just forgot, of course. I'm so sorry about my nails. I really need to redo them. I literally touched them up yesterday and they are chipping again. I just have this really old nail polish that I'm trying to get use out of for deck of painting. So I've used it like 3 times and every single time it has chipped like within 12 hours. But yeah, I'm excited to use this. I really like that formula. I know some people don't like the sponge, but I don't really mind it. So that one is replacing the Too Faced. The next product is my Pearl Beauty Multitasking Face Stick. I actually couldn't find this at the last update and it was on my couch. It was literally behind me, but it was stuck down in the couch cushion and it lived there for 2 weeks. And I just hadn't really bothered to look in the couch until 2 weeks had passed. I was like, oh, I'll find it. I thought maybe it had rolled like under my vanity or under the couch or whatever, but I finally looked in the couch and it was there. So I don't have as much use on this as other products, but I did use it 11 times and I'm really excited to show you that the product is down at the plastic packaging. So this is it all the way rolled up, and hopefully you can tell the packaging is right there. The last few times I've used this, I do have it on today on my forehead, but the last few times I've used this, I've just taken my brush and just kind of like rubbed it on here because it was starting to scrape my skin when I was using it. So I went back and forth whether I want to take this product out or call it an empty. I don't always scrape products out. It really just depends on how I feel, how much I like the product. I really do like the formula of this. It's a really nice blend. It's just too warm for me. So I'm going to dig it out. I have decided I'm going to dig it out. Hopefully there's not too much left in here, but I'm going to franken it. I'm going to add some blue pigment, possibly some white pigment. I haven't decided that yet, but I am going to dig this out and you will see that at the next update. But I am calling it like almost done. Hopefully it'll be done by the next update, but I did just roll it down all the way and I'm really happy that this is almost done. So my next product, well, the next 2 products are cream cheek products that I am frankening from my LYS cream blush. That is technically the product in this project, but I'm using it up by frankening. And the first way I frankened it is into a cream contour. I just have it housed in this little glass Sydney Grace container. This is what it looked like at the last update. And since then, I've used it 19 times, including today. I put this kind of on my temples and then my cheekbone here. And this is what it's looking like. There's not very much left of this last Franken. I just, I use it and then I refill it, and then I use it and I refill it. So I don't really have like a total use on this, but I have decided that I'm going to put the rest of this Pearl Beauty stick into here and stop frankening the LYS blush into a contour and only franken that blush into another cream blush. So I will show you the cream blush that I've been using as my franken, and I'll show you what it looked like at the last update. This is the LYS cream blush mixed with some blue pigment and some white pigment and things like that, and I've used this 19 times as well since the last update. I do feel like this product is getting thinner, but it's hard to tell until you actually like hit the bottom. So slowly but surely using this, like I said earlier, I do underpainting. So I do like the cream bronzer here, and then I do the cream contour here, and I blend that in, and then I put my cream highlighter and that cream blush kind of here, and I blend that in, and then I go on top of that. Oh, and I do my under eye corrector, and then I put my foundation on top of that. So I don't necessarily need the underpainting step, but I'm using it to use up my cream products. Okay, moving on to my powder cheek products, I am working on my Charlotte Tilbury Mini Film Star Bronze and Glow, just the bronzer side of this. I'll show you what it looked like last update. My pan was expanding quite nicely, and I was really hoping to hit side pan by this update, but I haven't yet. I do have this on today for the 14th time this month, and this is what it's looking like. So I feel like the pan has expanded quite a bit, and I am pretty sure I'm going to have side pan by the next update for sure. So I do put this all around the perimeter of my face, but I also use it as a nose contour as well, and I've been enjoying this in the summer. I feel like in the winter I probably wouldn't enjoy this as much, but I'm okay looking a little darker in the summertime, faking that tan. And then another product that I am really only enjoying in the summer is a powder blush from my Natasha Denona Love Glow palette. I rolled this in a couple months ago, and it is the shade on the top right corner called Super Glow. My goal for this is to hit pan, and I've used it 9 more times this month. No pan yet, but I think you can see maybe like a nice little dip forming. It's very interesting to compare it to this highlighter that I've barely touched because it looks quite low in the packaging. Hopefully you can tell. It's very hard to show. So, I mean, I might just have pan by the end of summer. That's really my goal before the next refresh in September, because this is a very like corally, shimmery shade. I do have this on today as like a blush topper, and I think it's pretty. It's just very glowy, and that's why it's called Super Glow. Imagine that. And then my highlighter in this project is my e.l.f. Baked highlighter in the shade Moonlit Glow. Well, I have slowly but surely trying to hit pan in this baked highlighter. The progress is slow because of the baked formula, but I have switched brushes on this. Do you guys ever like your go-to brush is dirty, so you have to switch to a different brush and you end up liking that brush even better? That happened with this product, and it's a bigger brush, so it's getting a more like evenly dispersed on the product, but I have used it an additional 15 times, and this is what it's looking like now. So, like I said, it's hard to see the progress on this, but I feel like the crater is not as pronounced, and I'm kind of evenly wearing down the product. It's so hard to see. I really love this though. I do have this on today. I'm feeling very glowy today, but that's okay. It is summer. And then the last two products are lip products. So the first one is a lip liner. It's getting so cute and tiny. This is from Temu. And there's like no name, no shade name on here, but I do want to finish this. And I will show you a comparison to last update. I have sharpened this a couple times, and I've used it 15 times since the last update. So this is what it's looking like now. And I do expect it to be a little shorter, but I still have quite a few months left in this. I used this obviously like 15 times, and I only did my makeup 20 times this month. So 15 out of 20 uses I feel like is really good. I can pair it with basically any lipstick. I have two lipsticks on today on top of that, and I think it looks really nice. And one of the lipsticks that I have on today is in this project. It's my ColourPop Lippy Stick in the shade Westy. This is the matte formula, and I use this 19 times this month. So this is a very versatile shade for me. Like I said, I have it on today, and it's just kind of in the middle of my lips, topped over a different lipstick that I just rolled into my Throwback 30 project. But I will roll this all the way up to see makes. So hopefully there's a little movement. I don't know. But I love this. I think it's so pretty. I can wear it by itself, but usually I wear it on top of something else. So that is my progress. I'm pretty happy with these products other than this guy, but I still will be using this every day. Like I said, I'll just continue to slowly chip away at that. Let me know your thoughts. I will be doing a get ready with me in the coming days, and I'll probably be using some of these items so you can see them in action and how I use them. But if you enjoyed, give this video a thumbs up, and of course subscribe if you're not already. I hope to see you all in my next one. Bye.